So I turned 22 last month, and wow, what a wild ride it's been. Y'all ever had that moment where your parents show you exactly where you stand in their lives? Because mine did, and honestly, I'm grateful. Nothing like a slap in the face to wake you up and make you realize you've been playing yourself for years. Picture this. I'm sitting at Applebee's with my family for my birthday dinner. Nothing fancy, just their 2 for $20 deal and some mudslides. My brother Jake's there too. He's 24, still living at home, working part-time at Best Buy. We're eating our boneless wings when Dad does this whole dramatic throat-clearing thing. You know that dad sound that means something's about to go down. He pulls out these car keys and slides them across the table. I'm thinking finally, right? I've been saving up for a down payment on a used Honda, maybe a Civic or something reliable. Been taking the bus to my job at Wells Fargo downtown for 3 years straight, rain or shine. But nope. Dad slides those keys right past me to Jake. Happy early birthday, son. Jake's birthday is in 3 months. 3 months. And there I am, on my actual birthday, watching my brother get handed the keys to a brand new Dodge Charger. Not even used. Brand spanking new, still had that dealer smell. Mom's all teary-eyed, going on about how proud they are of Jake for really stepping up. Lately. Stepping up? The dude plays Call of Duty for 8 hours a day and thinks making his own Hot Pockets counts as adulting. I ask where my gift is. Not even being greedy, just genuinely confused. You know what my mother says? She actually looks me dead in the eye and goes, "Sweetheart, you're a girl. You don't need a car. That's what boyfriends and husbands are for." The whole restaurant could have heard my jaw hit the floor. Even the server bringing our dessert looked uncomfortable. Jake's sitting there grinning like he just won the lottery, already talking about tinting the windows and getting new rims. Here's the kicker, though. I've been paying their mortgage for the past year and a half. Yeah, you heard that right. When Dad got laid off from the plant and Mom's hours at Target got cut, guess who stepped up? Not golden boy Jake. Me. The daughter who apparently doesn't need transportation because I have lady parts. I've been covering their mortgage, their car insurance, their freaking DirecTV bill, all while making $65K a year and living in their basement like some kind of modern Cinderella. Meanwhile, Jake contributes exactly $0 to household expenses, but somehow deserves a $30K car for breathing. I didn't even finish my chocolate lava cake. Just got up, went home, packed my stuff, and left that night. Stayed at my friend Brittany's place. She's got a spare room and has been telling me to get out of that toxic situation for months. Next morning, I called the bank and stopped all the automatic payments. Mortgage, not my problem. Insurance, they can figure it out. Cable, hope they enjoy reading books. Within a week, I found a cute little apartment downtown, walking distance from work. Used my car savings as a deposit and first month's rent. 2 weeks later, I bought myself a car. Not just any car, a freaking Tesla Model 3, used but still. It's white, has autopilot, and makes exactly 0 noise when I drive past my parents' house. My phone's been blowing up ever since. Mom crying about how they're going to lose the house. Dad leaving voicemails about family responsibility. Jake even had the audacity to text me asking if I could at least keep paying the internet bill so he doesn't lose his Call of Duty progress. The best part? They tried to return the Charger to get their money back, but the dealership said no dice. Too many miles on it already, because Jake's been joyriding around town showing off to his Xbox crew. My aunt told me they're now renting a room from their neighbors, the Johnsons. You know, the same neighbors they used to look down on for having too many garden gnomes. How the tables have turned. I'm not heartless, though. I love my parents. But sometimes love means teaching people that actions have consequences. You can't treat your kids differently based on their gender and expect the one you shaft to keep bankrolling your lifestyle. Living my best life now. Got a promotion at work, joined a hiking club, and even started dating this software engineer. I met at Whole Foods. He drives a Prius and makes his own kombucha. My parents would hate him. It's perfect. Updated. Oh man, the drama just keeps escalating. Remember how I said my phone was blowing up? Well, it got so bad I had to change my number. But before I did, I screenshotted some of the absolutely wild texts my family sent me. Jake called me a selfish witch, except he didn't say witch, if you know what I mean, and said I ruined his life because now he has to actually pay for his own gas. The entitlement is real, folks. This is the same guy who once asked me to Venmo him $20 for Taco Bell because he forgot his wallet at home. In his bedroom, 20 feet away. But wait, it gets better. My dad tried to guilt trip me by sending pictures of them eating ramen noodles for dinner. Ramen noodles. Like, my dude, you just bought a Charger but you're crying about eating the same thing college kids survive on for 4 years? The math ain't mathing. The real kicker came when my mom posted on Facebook. Oh yeah, she went full social media martyr. Posted this long sob story about how her ungrateful daughter abandoned the family in their time of need. She conveniently left out the part about giving me literally nothing for my birthday while buying Jake a whole car. Or the fact that I've been their personal ATM since I graduated college. Her church friends were all in the comments like, "Praying for you, Janet," and kids these days have no respect. Then my cousin Ashley chimed in with the full tea. Just absolutely demolished my mom in the comments with receipts. Talked about how I paid for my own college while Jake dropped out after one semester. How I've been supporting them while working full-time. How they made me sleep in an unfinished basement while Jake got the master suite. The post got deleted real quick after that, but here's where it gets juicy. I found out through the family grapevine that my parents tried to get Jake to help with bills. You know what he did? He sold the charger, not to help with mortgage or anything. He sold it to buy a gaming PC and a bunch of cryptocurrency. Apparently, he's going to be the next Bitcoin millionaire. The car they couldn't return? Gone. The money? Invested in Jakecoin or whatever nonsense he's into now? My parents are literally renting a room the size of my walk-in closet while their son is talking about diamond hands and to the moon. Last week, my mom showed up at my work. Full-on ambush at Wells Fargo. Security had to escort her out because she was making a scene in the lobby, crying about how I'm killing them with stress. My boss Karen, yes, her name is actually Karen but she's cool, was like, "Is this the mom who thinks women don't need cars? Yeah, no, she's gotta go." The security footage is apparently legendary. My coworker Mike said she was waving around printed bank statements showing all the payments I used to make, screaming about how I'm legally obligated to support them. Lady, that's not how any of this works. Then came the flying monkeys. All the relatives who got the sob story version. My uncle. Pete called me heartless. This is the same uncle who borrowed $5,000 from me last year for his business venture, MLM scheme, and never paid it back. My grandma said I should respect my parents' wishes. Grandma, they wished for me to be a permanent doormat. No thanks. But, you know what? My real friends have been amazing. Brittany helped me move into my new place. My coworker Sarah gave me her old couch. Even my neighbor in my new building, this sweet elderly lady named Ruth, brought me cookies and said she's proud of me for standing up for myself. The universe really came through with the timing too. Remember that promotion I mentioned? It came with a $20K raise. I'm now making more than both my parents combined. I took myself on a solo vacation to Miami last weekend. Posted pictures of me on the beach with my Tesla visible in the background. Petty? Maybe? Satisfying? Absolutely. My favorite response to the vacation pics was from my high school friend Emma. "Girl, you're not the black sheep, you're the goat. Updated. Y'all are not ready for this update." So last night, I'm sitting in my apartment, meal prepping. For the week, discovered this amazing TikTok recipe for honey garlic salmon when I get a call from an unknown number. Usually, I don't answer those, but something told me to pick up. It's the police. Turns out my parents and Jake got evicted from the Johnsons' room. Not even the whole house, just the room they were renting. Why? Because Jake was running some kind of crypto mining operation with 6 computers running 24/7, and their electricity bill went through the roof. The Johnsons gave them the boot immediately. But here's where it gets absolutely unhinged. Instead of finding another place to stay, my parents and Jake decided to camp out in the Charger. Oh wait, that's right, Jake sold the Charger. So they're camping out in my dad's 2008 Toyota Camry, in the Walmart parking lot. The police called me because my parents listed me as their emergency contact and asked if I could come get them. The officer sounded so tired, y'all. He's like, "Ma'am, we've got a family here saying their daughter kicked them out. They're refusing to leave the premises, and the manager wants them gone." I drove down there in my Tesla. The irony was not lost on me, just to see this mess for myself. I pull up and there they are. My whole family crammed in this Camry with blankets over the windows surrounded by garbage bags of their stuff. Jake's sitting in the driver's seat with his gaming laptop plugged into the car outlet, still trying to monitor his crypto portfolio while literally homeless. The Walmart manager, this saint of a woman named Denise, comes up to me and she's like, "Are these your people?" I just nodded, completely mortified. She tells me they've been there for 3 days, using the bathroom inside, and Jake keeps trying to steal Wi-Fi from the McDonald's next door. When my parents saw me pull up in my Tesla, their faces went through, like 6 different emotions. First hope, then anger, then jealousy, then back to hope. My mom practically launches herself out of the car crying about how sorry they are and how they've learned their lesson. My dad's trying to play it cool, talking about how family helps family and how this is just a rough patch. Meanwhile, there's a cease and desist letter from the Johnsons taped to their windshield because Jake apparently kept sneaking back to use their outlets. And Jake, oh my god, Jake, this fool has the absolute audacity to ask if he can charge his laptop in my Tesla. Like, bro, you're literally homeless because you sold the car mom and dad bought you for magic internet money, and now you want to use my car as a charging station? Here's the thing, though. Seeing them like this didn't make me feel good. It made me sad. These are my parents. They raised me. Sure, they treated me unfairly, but I don't want them suffering. I'm not a monster. So I did something that probably makes me either the bigger person or the bigger idiot. I offered to put them up in a motel for a week. 1 week to get their stuff together, find jobs, figure out their next move. Not the Ritz-Carlton, but a clean day's inn near the highway. You'd think they'd be grateful, right? Wrong. My mom immediately starts complaining about how her friend Carol's daughter bought her parents a whole condo. Jake wants to know if the motel has good enough Wi-Fi for his trading. My dad asks why I can't just let them move in with me. That's when I lost it. Standing there in that Walmart parking lot, with Denise the manager watching this whole family drama unfold, I just went off. Told them how I work 50 hours a week while Jake plays video games. How I paid my own way through ASU while they paid for Jake to drop out. How they gave him a car for existing while telling me I don't need one because I'm female. The security cameras probably caught the whole thing. Denise actually started slow clapping when I was done. She mouthed, "You go, girl," and went back inside. I still paid for the motel. 7 nights at the Days Inn, plus I threw in $100 for food. But I made it crystal clear. This is it. After this week, they're on their own. No more money, no more bailouts, no more enabling. Jake tried to hug me when I handed them the motel key. I sidestepped that real quick. The last thing he said was asking if I could leave a positive review for his new cryptocurrency on Reddit. I can't make this stuff up. Drove home in my silent Tesla, listening to that peaceful electric motor hum, thinking about how sometimes the family you choose is better than the family you're born into. My friend group chat was blowing up with support when I told them what happened. Brittany called me boundary queen, and honestly, I'll take it. Oh, and the crypto Jake bought with the charger money? It's down 78%. He turned a $30,000 car into $4,000 of digital nothing. You really can't make this up. As I'm typing this, I'm sitting on my balcony, looking at the city lights, sipping wine from Trader Joe's, and feeling free. Tired, but free. Sometimes the price of peace is letting people experience the consequences of their choices, even when those people are your family. Final update. It's been 6 months now. My parents found jobs, dad's working at Home Depot, mom's cashiering at Kroger. They're renting a small apartment across town. We text on holidays. Jake moved to Nevada to work at some crypto startup. It crashed. He's living with roommates now, working at a call center. I got engaged to Dylan, the software engineer. He doesn't make kombucha anymore, but he does make a mean lasagna. We're planning a small wedding. I invited my parents. They RSVP'd yes, but asked if I could cover their hotel. I said no. Boundaries, remember? Life's good. Not perfect, but good. Sometimes you gotta choose yourself, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. Thanks for following my journey. Maybe I'll see y'all at Walmart. I'll be the one in the Tesla, living my best life.